What if I told you this e-bike doesn't just ride, it actually thinks? Today we're checking out the brand new CYCROWN Nomad Pro, and this thing is packed with smart features, anti-theft tech, fat tires, and utility that could make it perfect for family adventures. So let's unbox it, build it, ride it, and see what it's really all about.
Guys, this is Daddy O from the O Family channel, and if you're new here, we do product reviews, family vlogs, fun challenges, and all kinds of adventures.
Is that so?
So make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Today we're checking out the all-new CYCROWN Nomad Pro, and I'm really excited about this one because we worked with CYCROWN in the past and we've always enjoyed working with them. So it's really cool to have them back on the channel with another bike for us to check out.
Another one.
Now this is not just your typical e-bike. This thing is built for family adventures, everyday utility, and it's loaded with smart tech features that really make it stand out from a lot of the other bikes we've tested.
Okay.
We're talking NFC unlocking, app features, GPS tracking, and a setup that looks like it's ready for both pavement and a little off-road fun.
Nice.
So in today's video, we're going to unbox it, get it put together, take it out for a real ride, and then at the end, I'll go over the pros and cons and let you guys know what I honestly think. So with that said, let's get into it. Alright, as usual, this is a heavy-duty box. It's well packaged, as you can see. Nice.
As you can see, everything is packaged up really nicely with the styrofoam and zip ties, so that's always a good sign right out of the box. Let's go ahead and cut this open and take a closer look at everything. First impressions, this bike looks really sharp.
Wow.
The Nomad Pro comes in two colors, graphite gray and this alpine green. And I've got to say, I'm really loving this color. It has a nice outdoorsy, adventure-ready look to it, and I think it fits the whole vibe of this bike really well. Right here is the front tire, and you can see it has that deep knobby tread, so it definitely looks like it's ready to handle some rougher terrain when needed. You've also got the front fender here as well. Inside the smaller box, we've got the owner's manual, a little bell, the mount for your phone or action camera, some tools, a pretty nice looking headlight, the left and right pedals, a manual air pump, which I probably won't be using, but it's still nice that they included it, and of course the charger. So that's pretty much everything that comes in the box. Now let's go ahead and get this thing put together. Alright guys, when it comes to assembly, I like to start with the front wheel first, so I carefully flip the bike over to make things easier. From there, I removed the through axle along with the protective rod, and then took out the brake pad spacer. After that, it was time to slide in the front wheel, making sure to guide the brake rotor carefully in between the brake pads so nothing gets bent or starts rubbing. Once the wheel was seated properly, I inserted the through axle from the brake rotor side of the fork, tightened everything down securely, and then gave it a quick spin just to make sure everything looked good and there was no rubbing. After that, I carefully flipped the bike back over and moved on to the handlebar. Before mounting it, I had to remove the display first, so I unscrewed that, loosened the corner screws, took off the screw caps, and removed the protective riser cover. Then I inserted the handlebar stem into the front fork steerer tube, tightened the top cap bolt to lock everything into place, put the waterproof cover back where it needed to go, and reinstalled the display. Once that was lined up, I tightened the screws underneath to secure the whole display assembly, then made sure the handlebar was straight and tightened everything down. Next up was mounting the front accessories. I loosened the mounting screws on the front fork, attached the headlight, positioned the front fender behind it, then inserted the screws and tightened everything down with the wrench and hex tool. After that, I lined everything up so it was straight and centered, and then secured the side supports of the fender as well. Then it was time for the pedals, and just remember, the right pedal goes on clockwise and the left pedal goes on counterclockwise. After that, I mounted the bell onto the handlebar, and then I went ahead and installed the action camera mount so I could grab some riding footage later on. But if you want, you do also have the option of using the phone mount instead. And according to CYCROWN, they recommend charging the bike for at least about 5 minutes before turning it on for the first time. So that's exactly what we're going to do next.
Now when it comes to specs, the Nomad Pro has really nice balance of power, comfort, and smart features. It's got 750 watt motor with 1000 watts of peak power, a top speed of up to 28 miles per hour, and a torque sensor, which helps the pedal assist feel smoother and more natural out on the ride.
Nice.
For comfort, you're getting a hydraulic front suspension fork with lockout, and for stopping power, it comes with 180 millimeter rotor disc brakes, which is exactly what you want on a bigger fat tire bike like this. Alright guys, before we take this thing out for a spin, let me show you a few of the button functions and features, because this bike does a few things a little differently than a lot of other e-bikes.
Okay.
First off, there's actually no traditional power button. As you can see, there's no power button here.
No.
And no key either.
No.
Instead, CYCROWN uses an NFC card system.
Say what?
Which honestly feels like pretty high tech. It kind of reminds me of a Tesla. You just tap the NFC card right here near the bottom of the display. As you can see, it turns on the bike. Another cool feature is that in low light, the headlight can automatically come on, which is definitely nice to have. Now taking a look at the display, up in the right corner, you can see your battery level. Right in the middle is your speed. If anything goes wrong, the red number here will show you an error code. Over here, you can see your pedal assist level, and you can change that by pressing plus and minus button, and it goes all the way to pedal assist 5. And down at the bottom, it shows your ride data. If you double press the light button, you can cycle through different information like your total odometer, max speed, average speed, that's the single power on ride time, so how long you've been riding, that's the battery voltage, CUR is a motor current, and that's pretty much it. And if you hold the minus button for a few seconds, that activates walk assist mode, which can definitely come in handy. You've got also left and right turn signals. As you can see on the back side, there is a turn signal, and that's the reflector. There's a turn signal on this side. To turn it off, you have to press it again, and then that is on, the right turn signal. That is pretty cool. And let me show you the brake light. And to turn on the headlight manually, just press the light button here in the middle. And what's really cool is you got different lighting modes. There is white light. There's a flashing mode.
Cool.
Which is pretty nice, extra touch. There's a yellow light, so it's pretty cool that it's got different modes for the headlights.
Cool.
Now removing the battery is a little different too. Since there's no physical key, you'll need to hold the plus button until you see the battery unlock mode. You see the BA, and then you hold the NFC card. It says on, you hear the click. There's a latch right here. Twist that and the battery pops out just like this. So there's no physical key. You have to press the plus button and then use the NFC card until you hear the click and you twist the knob, which is different from any other e-bikes I have reviewed. And then of course you also got the app, which is another really cool part of this bike. You just download the app, connect the bike, select your model, pair it through Bluetooth, and once you're in, you can do a lot right from your phone. You can manage settings, control key access, use smart key features, and even power the bike on or off from the app, which is pretty wild.
No way.
It also adds things like low battery protection, gives this bike even more of this smart tech feel. Honestly, that's not something you see every day on an e-bike. Over here on the right side, you got your Shimano 7 shifter and your thumb throttle, and of course, little bell as well. So overall, this bike definitely has some unique features. Now let's take it out on the road and see how it rides. Alright guys, before we head out, forgot to mention there's advanced setting. There's a plus and minus button right here. You hold that for a few seconds. That should go to the P setting. The P1 is a system of units, so you can change the kilometer or miles per hour. And P2 is a cruise control. Right now the cruise control, it's on. And the P3, it is screen brightness. And that's the brightest it will go from 1, 2, 3, and P4 is odometer reset. I'm gonna leave that. And P5, I think that's the max speed. Either you could change to 20 or 28. Obviously, I'm gonna put it to 28 miles per hour. And then P6 is an acceleration response. 1 is fast and 0 is slow. So I'm gonna leave it fast. All right, so let's get going.
One of my favorite ways to use the Nomad Pro was for little everyday moments like picking up Charlie from daycare.
Yes!
See the bike?
I just saw that at the window.
Oh yeah?
It was so sick.
It was so sick?
I can go 50 miles away.
Sure.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about 50, but it goes fast.
I go faster than the other bike.
Maybe. You gotta hold on to that though, okay?
Okay.
With the rear rack, it made those rides home really fun, and Charlie was always excited to hop on the back and enjoy the ride. And that's what makes this bike feel a little different. It's not just fun, it actually fits into everyday family life too. Whether it's a quick commute, a daycare pickup, or just a family ride together, this bike feels really easy to enjoy.
Hi.
Right now, we're on paddle assist 1. It is super windy today, so I don't know if you guys can hear me clearly, but this is a heavy bike. It weighs about 93.7 pounds, 94 pounds, so it is a heavy bike. So I'm gonna start with the paddle assist 1. Let's see how fast this is gonna go. Oh yeah, I felt the motor kicking right away. Right now I'm going about 10 miles per hour, lightly paddling, 13, 15, 16. Whoa. And that's only paddle assist 1. See the brake check. Brake is good. All right, let me try paddle assist 2 now. Oh yeah, I feel more boost. Paddle assist 2, I'm going about 17, 18. Just lightly paddling. And try paddle assist 3. Oh yeah, kicking more. The ride is very smooth. Woo, it's windy. It's quiet too. You do not hear anything right now. It's very smooth. It's very stable. You know what I do notice? It's cloudy outside. Because it's cloudy, I can see the screen okay. But when it's sunny out, it is really hard to see the screen. So that's the downside of this integrated screen. Let me do a pedal assist 4. Oh yeah, you can hear the motor kicking more. 20, 21, 22. Yeah, pedal assist 4, 22. Let me try pedal assist 5 now. Brake. Okay, let me wait for this cars go by. All right, pedal assist 5. Lightly paddling. 23. 26, 27, 28. Yeah, the paddle assist 5, 28 was the highest. Just like it says on the paper, stops right at 28. And with the front suspension, it is, like I said earlier, it's smooth. And you know what I noticed? You have 2 options here, either thumb throttle, or you could do twist throttle here. I usually like the twist throttle instead of the thumb, so you have both options.
Nice.
I'm gonna use twist throttle here. 25, 26, 28. Whoa. Oh yeah, the twist throttle, go right at 28. And the cruise control is on. So you just set it and forget it. Just cruising 27 down the road, 28, no problem. Just cruising, easy, super fun. Woo. For this model, I think I like to use a twist throttle instead of the paddles. Oh yeah, this is fun. Cruise control is on. Oops. I was having so much fun, I missed my turn. It's over here. Yeah, I think throttle speed goes over a little over 25. That's when the cruise control kicks in. All right, that was fun.
Out on the ride, the Nomad Pro was just plain fun. It's not overly aggressive or in your face with the power, but it has more than enough to keep the ride exciting while still feeling smooth, comfortable, and easy to control. Whether you're cruising with the family, exploring around, or hitting some rougher terrain, this bike feels stable and confident the whole time. And even though it only has front suspension, it still does a solid job handling the bumps. Then once you add in all the smart tech features, it really starts to feel like more than just a regular e-bike. It's fun, capable, and packed with little extras that make the whole experience even better.
Alright guys, after spending some time riding and testing out the CYCROWN Nomad Pro, I gotta say I do think this bike gives you a lot for the money. But just like with any e-bike review, there are always going to be pros and cons, and at the end of the day, it really comes down to your own needs and what you're looking for in a bike.
I don't know.
This is just my honest opinion based on my experience with it. So let's start with the cons. The first con for me is the display. Even on cloudy days, you can still see it fine. But once you get into bright sunny conditions, it definitely gets harder to read, even with the brightness turned all the way up. So I do wish the screen was a little brighter. Another thing is, I kind of wish it came with a louder horn instead of just a small bell. It's not a deal breaker or anything, but on a bike with this much tech and utility, I think proper horn would have made more sense. And then the last con for me is that with this frame, these fat tires, and the kind of riding this bike seems made for, full suspension would have been amazing. I think that would have taken this bike to another level, especially for rougher terrain and more playful off-road riding. Now with that said, the front suspension still does a solid job. I just think full suspension would have been the icing on the cake. Now let's move on to the pros, because there are actually a lot of things I really like about this bike. First off, I really like these 26x4 fat inch tires. They are fun, they feel stable, they're easy to control, and they give the bike a nice planted feel whether you're on a pavement or hitting rougher roads. Another big pro is all the smart tech that comes with this bike, and honestly this is where Nomad Pro really starts to stand out. I love the NFC unlocking system, the fact that there's no traditional key, and how you can use the car or your phone to manage the bike. It gives it much more modern feel, and it's not something I've really seen done like this on many other e-bikes. I also like that you can use an NFC card to unlock the battery, and the app gives you more control over settings and features right from your phone. Again, it just makes the whole experience feel more high-tech. The headlight is another nice touch, especially with the different lighting modes, and also I really like that they give you the option of using either the phone mount or the action camera mount. That's a simple feature, but for people who likes to capture rides or keep their phone in view, it's actually really useful. Cruise control is also a fun feature to have, and one of the biggest standout feature to me is the fact that the bike can connect to Find My, so if the bike ever gets stolen, you got a much better chance of tracking it down. On top of that, the 4G cloud-based tracking and smart features make this bike feel a step ahead of a lot of others in this category. So overall, if you've been looking for an e-bike that rides smooth, that has enough power to keep things fun, can handle rougher roads, and gives you some smart tech features that you don't normally see, I think the CYCROWN Nomad Pro is a really solid option for the money. At the time of filming this video, this bike retails for $15.99 and is currently on sale for $14.99.
Okay.
I'll have the affiliated link down in the description below, and if you want to save a little money, you can also use discount code the50 THE50 for $50 off. Using that link really helps support our channel, and we truly appreciate it. We also want to thank CYCROWN for collaborating with us again. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future reviews and adventures. And let us know down in the comments, what do you think of the Nomad Pro? Is this something you'll ride?
Maybe.
Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.